After more than 30 hours on the run, authorities arrest the suspect for the Charlie Kirk assassination. What we have learned about him, and what authorities in Colorado are revealing about the teen who opened fire on his classmates earlier this week. Summer may be coming to an end soon, but wildfire season rages on. We track the wildfires burning across the inland Northwest.
We're tracking an incoming cold front and big changes to our weather here in the inland Northwest.
For joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight, I'm Mark Hanrahan. The man accused of assassinating prominent conservative activist Charlie Kirk is in custody tonight. Police arrested 22-year-old Tyler Robinson on suspicion of aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily harm, and obstruction of justice. President Trump this morning disclosed that police arrested Robinson last night. Utah Governor Spencer Cox says he believes Robinson acted alone and revealed more information about what led to his arrest at a press conference earlier today.
On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident.
Stay with us for more information on this developing story. We'll have a live report from Utah at 5:15 tonight. Meantime, Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown ordered all flags to half-staff following Governor Bob Ferguson's directive. The act honors victims of political violence, including Charlie Kirk. Also, Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, who were assassinated in June. Flags will be lowered until sunset on Sunday. We are learning more about the school shooting in Colorado this week. We now know the shooter was 16-year-old Desmond Hawley, a student at Evergreen High School. He started shooting with a revolver, injuring two other students before killing himself.
He would fire and reload, fire and reload, fire and reload. This went on and on. And as he did that, he tried to find new targets. And he came up against a roadblock on many of those doors. He couldn't get to those kids.
Enforcement praised school staff for acting quickly to lock down classrooms. As for a motive, authorities say Hawley was, quote, radicalized by an extremist network. Tonight, a Spokane County man is behind bars after running from law enforcement across 2 states for months. He is accused of raping a girl every summer for years. KREM 2's Shannon Mouty explains tonight. Shannon?
Just hours ago, Donald Hardesty faced a judge for the first time for 7 charges of child rape and molestation. Court records show the girl, who is now a teen, said the abuse started when she was just 8 years old and continued for years. The victim told investigators her mother let Hardesty live with them, presenting him as a cousin. The girl said the abuse started when her mother was living in McCall, Idaho, and continued after she moved to Deer Park in 2019. She said she had visitation with her mother from June to July, and she said Hardesty would force her into sex almost every day during those summer visits. Court records show she reported him to her mother and police in 2024. Police in McCall launched an investigation and found probable cause to charge Hardesty.
And was made aware that these allegations were being reported to authorities, after which he began erasing his online presence. He has a current warrant out of Idaho and has avoided being picked up on the Spokane warrant since May, despite active efforts by law enforcement to locate him.
This matter, Your Honor. An affidavit shows when the victim's mother confronted Hardesty, he reportedly admitted to kissing and fondling. Hardesty's bond was set at $500,000. Shannon Mouty, KREM 2 News.
All right, Shannon, thank you very much. Let's get to updates on wildfires burning across the inland Northwest tonight. Crews are getting more containment around the Crown Creek fire in Stevens County, just south of Northport. That fire has combined with the Black Hawk Mountain fire. Crews now have it 25% contained. It has so far burned more than 14,000 acres, and as crews continue working, they still have level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations in place near Northport. Meanwhile, northeast of Spokane, crews still working at the Rattlesnake fire, and they were able to make some progress on containment, though. That fire has burned more than 21,000 acres. It is 65% contained now. Right now, level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations are still in place. The evacuation center at Inchelium Community Center is still open. The Lynx Mountain Fire in Ferry County has burned almost 6,000 acres since it started on September 2nd. That fire is now 7% contained, and there are also level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations in place. Washington Senator Maria Cantwell has introduced a bill in the Senate called the Fire Ready Nation Act, which would give NOAA meteorologists and scientists new technology and better data that would help improve wildfire forecasts. The bill passed the Senate unanimously yesterday. Just this year, there have been more than 48,000 wildfires that have burned more than 4.3 million acres across the nation. NOAA is already a major player in wildfire preparedness and response, but the bill would allow for better coordination and funding to improve wildfire forecasting and preparedness. On that note, let's talk weather on this Friday with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy DeGoo standing by in the Outdoor Weather Center. Jeremy, we had some storms move through kind of in the middle of the night last night. How are things looking for the rest of the weekend?
Mark, that seemed to be a bulk of what most of us are going to see until Sunday. Right now, we sit in the upper 70s under mostly sunny skies. There is a little bit of smoke in the atmosphere, some of that coming from down to the south, but we do wind up seeing more sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s in eastern Washington and North Idaho, near 80 out in central Washington, and watch how this all plays out. We have some cloud cover in parts of the southern panhandle and even a couple of showers. Those wind down tonight. Tomorrow, not as prevalent with some of those showers and storms, and most of those set up right along that Idaho-Montana border. As those move out, we turn our sights to the west. Cloud cover builds in early Sunday. Rain takes over the west side at that time. And by Sunday afternoon and evening, we wind up seeing some of that rain here in eastern Washington and North Idaho. It continues on and off overnight and into Monday morning before things eventually clear out and we wind up seeing the return of sunshine. So it goes like this. Tomorrow, 83 degrees, 75 on Sunday. Clouds lead to afternoon and evening rain. Monday, it's morning showers and sunshine returning in the afternoon.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you. The state fined a farmer in Spokane County $100,000 for repeated illegal water use. The Washington Department of Ecology says the farmer near Deer Park was watering 69 acres at Wild Rose Prairie. The DOE had been warning them to stop watering, but they say the unauthorized irrigation continued for 20 days. The DOE says the water was pumped from the spring tributary Dragoon Lake. The Post Falls Police Department getting a new canine trained to sniff out electronics. The department said the canine will be trained to find things like memory cards and hard drives that may be used for storing illegal material. They say the canine will help protect kids. The money for the program came from federal funding. Volunteers rescued more than 100 dogs from what they say were severe hoarding situations in Whitman County over the summer. According to Paws and Claws Pet Rescue, the dogs were living at a residence in the town of Albion. Volunteers say all the dogs were covered in fleas. Most had rotting teeth and many are believed to have never been outside. After months of care and more than $30,000 in vet bills, Claws and Paws now asking people interested in donating, fostering, or adopting to check out their page. You can find that link on our website. Just head to KREM.com. The Washington Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction awarded Othello School District with a $2.5 million grant, and that grant supports learning centers that provide academic enrichment opportunities during non-school hours for children. The district says the grant funding will be there by 2030. It'll provide free academic enrichment programs, free transportation, and free before and after school programs, as well as summer sessions. All right, coming up on KREM 2 News at 5 tonight, President Trump picks the next city that he'll deploy the National Guard to. Why those city leaders welcome the move. And the suspected killer of Charlie Kirk now in custody tonight. We go live in Utah at 5:15 for the latest information on the suspect.